Ciao a tutti dal salotto di Mario Gallo. Oggi è un'edizione speciale perché sarà la prima volta in inglese. The first time in English for the salotto di Mario Gallo. We welcome today Gevorg Babayan from Armenia, world traveler, lived in several countries and today live between Armenia and Moscow. Benvenuto. Welcome, Gevorg.
Ciao, ciao Italy. Ciao, ciao Mario.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Today we invite a person that we know for a long time. Gevorg is co-founder of and CEO of likelocal.io. He worked in tourism since a long time ago in Armenia, in Georgia, in Southeast Asia, in Russia. And today he have, or better, a few years ago, 2020, during the COVID, he had this great idea that he want to present to the public. And we are happy to have him today here as a guest. Please tell who you are to our guest who you are.
So I'm Gevorg Babayan, as you mentioned, and somehow back in 2005 I appeared in tourism, and I didn't choose it. It was just randomly, but I think I was blessed with this, occasion, with this event, and that led all the rest of the consequences, happy consequences of my life. And also we got to know each other right after a couple of years later. Yes. So I worked in Armenia, Georgia, Southeast Asia, and other places, as you mentioned, and I developed different touristic products. And it was always my motivation to give my guests the best, the reality, the greatest value of the place as possible. So I think that's somehow determines my philosophy in tourism.
So that you're not a tourist, you're a traveler. That's what you want to say? Or you more than that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a traveler, and I would say wherever I travel, wherever I go, my mission is always to understand the community, to understand the society, and try to navigate as they do, as the locals do. Try to understand the mentality, the mindset of the locals, and adopt and be like them, just act like them.
Yes, so you want to, in practice, maybe you want the people, the travelers, feel and share with the locals what really happens in the real life and not just what is on the net.
Well, if we get there, I tell you, I had the good luck to be living in different countries for a while. And then when you live in a different country, particularly, I had this, again, great luck to establish businesses in these places or work. And I always say that the real culture of the place you discover when you start to earn your money in that place, in that foreign country. That's where the toughest, the nicest, the hardships and everything comes together, when it talks about money. But I had this good luck. I had this great chance to do it. But the travelers don't, because they go the places very short time. So, and that was my kind of a concern, a worry all the time, how we can give them this opportunity to discover the reality of the place. I'm staying there 1 year, 2 years, but they don't have this chance. They don't have this opportunity.
I think that's what everybody wants to offer today to the traveler, to the people that want to make not tourists, but they want to be a real traveler. But tell more about your idea. The name is Like a Local. So you want that the people share with the local what really happens every day in the real life. Tell us more. Yes. Introduce us the project that you have in mind and that I think already grow to several countries.
Exactly. The idea, actually, my experience in tourism since 2005 and later when we were establishing tours in Armenia, Georgia, and other countries when I was working with envoy tours. So the idea back then, it was to go to the local.
I just want to say hi to all our friends from Envoy.
Envoy, yeah, sure. And we always took our guests to the locals' houses for the lunch. And at the end of the tour, I would ask the guest what was the highlight of the day, you know, and they would say the lunch. But that day they discovered the greatest sightseeings of the countries, you know, Armenia or Georgia. But still, the highlight would be the lunch, the simplest family, simplest house, you know, the great family, the great food. And that kind of accumulated in me years and years coming. And then when I was living in Cambodia, again working with Envoy back then, I could see lots of travelers trying to get into the community, trying to get into the locals' houses, even taking some risks for that. I've seen many scammings because of it, you know? And I was like, wow, there's a demand, and these guys go out of their comfort zone for this, you know, to satisfy their demand. Then what we shall do, how we can make it accessible and safe. So, and then it was already my travel in Budapest. I remember evening, I was walking in a neighborhood, not in the center, and I could see these nice houses inside, people sitting there with my wife and looking them, and a kitchen cooking. And I was like, how that smells inside, what they cook inside, what they're gonna have in this evening, you know, because that's not the same as they sell in the center of Budapest, you know, in a restaurants.
For the tourists.
Yeah, so that was, I think, the last nail. I was like, okay, I'm doing like local. I'm gonna do it.
So you want to try to connect the regular people that have nothing to do with the tourists to the travelers.
Exactly.
It will be something more real, like a local. I like the name, actually. The name is really
exactly. So all this brought to the idea of the like local, finding local people, knocking the locals' doors, random people who are never been in tourism, and just giving them opportunity to open up, giving them opportunity to add value in tourism industry, you know, and also earn money somehow, but also to open the world for themselves.
Yes.
I mean, let's put the other way. Many Cambodians, many Vietnamese, many Armenians, they don't have a chance to travel. They really don't have a chance to travel. But through like local, they can connect with the world.
Yes,
they
the
can
world
connect
go to
with
them.
Italian people.
The world go to them.
Yes, the world.
As I said many years ago, the people come to me. So
exactly,
the world come to us.
So this is two sides. We don't look only from the guest side, that we give opportunity to the guests, to the travelers to see the reality, but we give also opportunity to the locals to connect with the world, and when they don't have this opportunity by themselves.
So technically you have an immense menu, because every family cook different stuff. Potentially,
of course,
it's a limited.
Of course. Every family, actually in Armenia, we have this, we make lots of fun of this. Every New Year, you know, we lay a table, big table, and then you must visit all your relatives, and imagine it's how many relatives. And each family, they say, our food is different. You don't have the same. You don't. Yes. So of course, each family is unique. Even the same food, when they cook here or there, it's different. So there is unlimited options of experiencing the reality, the local culture, the food experience, or authentic other experience. Let's talk about the birthdays.
But
it's
just about food, or it's also about other experiences that you can.
That's what I mean. Birthday parties, weddings, arts and crafts creation, because societies they have layers, right? So food is one part, like regular dinners is one part. But when you go to the creators, people who create in that society, you know, artists or craftsmen, they have different philosophy. So to discover these inside their workshops, it's another advantage. How these people celebrate big group events, because it's totally different, the wedding in Cambodia or in Armenia or in Italy or in Mexico, or in anywhere. Yeah, and we only like local gives this opportunity for our guests to visit weddings. Actually, we already had guests visiting weddings in Cambodia, and we will have this opportunity very soon in Vietnam and also coming in Armenia. So this is totally, I mean, it's a bizarre experience.
Can I ask you something a bit more technical? So you say the product is ready, is on the market, is on the people, anyone can download, can go to the website. Do you want to tell us the website, please?
Yeah, it's a website.
You know, there is a website.
It's likelocal.io. So you visit the website and then you can see the categories of the countries.
All information there.
Yeah, and then you can choose the host you want to visit, or the event you want to visit.
You need to register to get the information, or you can.
No, I mean, but when you book, you need to give some details, some information, because it's also for the security, you know, for the hosts and for the guests. We need to collect some information from both parties. Yes.
And how many people do you have based on these countries that you serve, or you have based in one part of the world and you spread with internet? I mean, you have
actually, I was at this moment. I'm from Armenia, you know, so the people over there I know, and I visit them by myself. And I was traveling recently in Cambodia and Vietnam for this purpose, to launch like local in these countries. So I could establish the system and everything, the operation in each of the countries when I was there. So what we do at this moment, we already have colleagues in those countries who go, who see these people, who make sure that our hosts are legit people, there are no criminals, everything is correct. So we have all the operations set up. And all the other countries which we are planning to expand, actually one is Japan. I know you have very tight connections with Japan, but very interesting. There are discussions now with the Japanese lady. We were in touch, and they live in Armenia, and they said, "Oh, you know what? Why not Japan?" I said, yes, let's discuss it. So we are in negotiations.
You don't go only for let's say for a country where life is cheap, but you can also expand to a more expensive countries like Japan.
No, I think we don't put the limitation with the price or you know, budget. I think we put the advantage with the unique culture. And Japanese culture, you know how unique it is. I mean, Italian culture, you know how unique it is. So those are our direct destinations and the primary destinations.
You can bring all over the world to every country, technically, because every country offers something different. As we say, family have a different, same food, different taste. You know?
Exactly.
So
it's
I'm very excited
that's the
to
idea.
see the near future, how it will go. And what's your plan of expand this stuff? You want to involve only families, or maybe you want to deal with, you have in mind something else?
Actually, I tell you the truth. At this moment, for expanding, I want to focus only at this moment the countries which we have, to have everything smooth and expand it, and then, you know, like increase the number of guests, increase the number of the hosts, to have everything like as perfect as possible for these countries. And then later we can think of the expanding, because we have already connections in Japan, in Argentina, in Greece, in Georgia. So there are countries in Italy, I'm sure. So but you know, Brazil. So but I'm holding it. Regarding the types of the you know, the hosts, interestingly, that's what we see in Cambodia. So when we just started, and locals started to get more active, and they reach us themselves. It's their initiative. They say, okay, I am invited to this wedding, and I can take some people with me. Are you happy if I'm kind of a
different aspect, you know, a different aspect that you probably have not thought about before?
Yeah, so I don't know how this will go, how this will shape. I do what I'm thinking at this moment, but I'm open to all the opportunities, to all the shifts, you know, what will come with this. So we are open to the variations of you know, the project, the pivoting of the show, not the pivoting, but the variations, the changes, the shifts that will come with the process, because we see now that the locals, they come with unique offers which we didn't expect, you know, which I didn't expect.
If I can say my point of view, I see you like a tree that grow in one direction and then go all over without any limitation.
I hope so.
Amazing.
I hope so. Cross fingers.
Yeah.
That's the idea. That's the, I mean, at this moment I'm making a small fire, but I hope one day and very soon it will be a big fire, you know, just spreading all over, and then people will think it's cool to be part of like local. It's cool to host. It's cool to share. It's cool to visit, because
to give and to
the
receive.
value that travelers give, I mean, to the community, it's not only the money, it's also the mindset, it's also the mixing the ideas and getting the ideas from the locals, getting the, you know, the life hacks or life conditions, or lots of things. I mean, once you enter to a stranger's house, you know, in a foreign country, you learn a lot. Even if you don't realize it, you learn a lot.
Yes.
So how that will, where it will take us, I don't know, but I'm open. We are open.
We hope it will focus somewhere far and something big, you know.
Hopefully, that's the plan.
Anyway, it was the last word you want to give to the people that hearing this message. Invite the guest, invite the host, invite the travelers, invite everybody to join your.
So I would say my potential guests and hosts, it might seem a little bit awkward at the beginning, but I promise you, once you enjoy it, once you experience it, it's impossible to stop, to taste the reality, to taste the authentic culture when you travel, or to host in your place, to be a representative of your country, of your culture for foreigners. When you see that responsibility, when you feel that responsibility, it becomes another kind of a sweet fruit that you can get only through Like Local at this moment. So please join us, help us. Let's create this. Let's spread this.
Yes, I just want to remember again the website likealocal.io, and I wish many guests will check and many hosts will look for it, to register, to sign up, and to try very fast this new experience, new way to travel, new way to discover places. I want to say thank you to Gevorg for his time, and wish him a good luck for this new project. And to the guests of Il Salotto di Mario Gallo, arrivederci. Hello, goodbye everybody.
Thank you very much.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.
Thank you.